The Allay is here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so hyped about today's video. We got a brand new Bedrock beta called 1.18.30.22. It's also available for the Minecraft preview if you have that. But yes, we have the Allay, and look at this adorable flying creature. We're going to be going over all the details in today's video, the changelog, some interesting things we learned about the Allay, and where we can find one. So really hyped about this mob. I voted for it during Minecraft Live. Let me know down below in the comment section which mob you voted for during Minecraft Live. And if you're super excited for 1.19, do me a huge favor and leave a like. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, join the stealth army, because you know the routine. You know the drill. Let's get straight into the video. Starting with the changelog, because I feel like this is some really important stuff that does give us information about the Allay and possibly its connection with the Vex. Allays can collect the same item from the world as it holds in its hand. If an Allay holds an item it got from a player, it will follow that player. The Allay is able to drop items at nearby note blocks. When playing a note block near an Allay, that note block becomes the Allay's favorite note block for 30 seconds, and the Allay will attempt to drop off items at the note block rather than at the player. If an Allay has an item in its inventory, it will attempt to give that item to its owner. And lastly, the Allay sometimes spawns in cages next to pillager outposts, similar to the Iron Golem and inside woodland mansions. First things first, we have the Allay, and it's really adorable, and I'm going to go ahead and give it some wheat. I have some wheat in my hand, so here you go. Oh gosh, you're so fast. You are fast like Sonic, sir. Your name's Sonic from now on. There we go. So, the Allay has some wheat right now. It's going to start going off looking for some wheat. It's like, where's the wheat? Where's the wheat? Luckily, though, we have a village over there, so I'm quite curious if it's going to get some wheat from that village. We'll get... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to hit you. We'll see. We'll give it a couple seconds. And we'll see if it goes to that village right there. It might be too far away. I'm not entirely sure on the radius for the Allay. I mean, it's still really early. It just came out like 30 minutes ago. So we're not really sure in terms of how far out the Allay will go. If it's 50 blocks, 100 blocks. I don't know. I feel like the village looks about 100 blocks away. That might be too far away for the Allay. I think it's just, in general, it's going to search the vicinity of the player. So, like, I don't know, like a 20-block circle around you, and that's probably as far out as it will go. So I'm not entirely sure how helpful this mob is quite yet, but we will find out. So it's not going to that village right there. So my next idea is to plant some wheat, maybe closer to the village, the perimeter of the village, and we're going to see if the Allay will go and pick up that wheat. I'm going to go ahead and drop some wheat right next to this lovely pig, like so. We got a bunch of wheat right there. So we're going to head back over to the Allay, and it is high up in the sky, man. It is way up there. It is way up there. All right, you going to go get some wheat, bro? Wait. It's not for you, sir. No, it's not for you. Sorry. Oh, man, I'm getting all the sheep right now. I'm getting all the sheep. Okay, you guys can have some wheat. You guys can have some wheat. All right, if I eat, you eat. But as of right now, the Allay's like, I'm chilling. I am chilling. Let's go ahead and place a note block right there. They like music. They love music. The Allay is relatively going to stay nearby. It's not going to go too far out to find whatever it is it's holding, which is really unfortunate. I thought this was going to be like, sort of, like, obviously it's an item collector, but more so go out further and search and try and discover what it is that it's holding and bring it back to you. Or like even teleport back to you would be a really interesting feature. So who knows? I mean, this is still experimental, but as of right now, I mean, we got wheat right there. You guys can see the wheat is right there. And it's not going out that far. Let's give it a couple seconds. I'll speed it up just to see if it's going to retrieve that wheat. That's probably, at this point, 20 blocks away. As you guys can see, it's finally over there. It took about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So It's not the fastest creature when it comes to searching for something, but it certainly is agile and swift. When it's like circling you, it's hard to like actually give it an item. So I think right now, if we go over and get a little bit closer to the Allay, it should drop some wheat. Yep, it's giving me wheat. Okay, so wow. It actually didn't even pick up all the wheat. So that's another interesting feature. In fact, let's see how much wheat is still on the ground over there. We're going to drop that, and then we're going to pick this up really quick. And there's 3 wheat left, and then it's going to start giving me the rest of the wheat that I just dropped. Oh, man, that's really funny. Experiment number 2 is the Allay versus the Vex. This should be interesting. This is what you want to see, okay? Don't treat me like a villain, squad, all right? You know you want to know what's going to happen. The Vex versus the Allay. Place your bets in the comment section before you even move forward with this video. What's going to happen? Oh, look, this kitten's even excited. The kitten's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, so we have 2 Allay chilling, and then we have a Vex that's also chilling. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo. Oh, you're just attacking the villager? The Allay's like, I'm out of here. I don't want any problems. But the Vex is like, villagers must die. Maybe we should go a little bit further out from the village, because it looks like the Vex just wants to play around with villagers. It doesn't care about the Allay. So let's actually, let's get out further. Maybe around here. And let's try this again. Yeah, very interesting. It looks like the Vex does not care about the Allay. Is it just me, or did the Vex get bigger? I feel like the Vex is bigger than it used to be. I don't know. Maybe it's all in my head. So yeah, the Allay doesn't really care about the Vex, and the Vex doesn't care about the Allay. So I'm not entirely sure if there's a connection there, but I do find it rather interesting that the location for the Allay will be the cages of an outpost or a woodland mansion. Which, I don't know about you guys, but finding a woodland mansion after the Caves and Cliffs update, very difficult. So, more than likely, a lot of people will be finding them in outposts. So let's go ahead and see if we can find an outpost really quick.
6 months later.
We found the woodland mansion. I was actually looking for an outpost originally, and I ended up finding 6 outposts, but none of them had an Allay. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe I'm just having bad luck, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just not generating or spawning the way they should be right now. It's experimental, of course. So while I was editing, I decided to look for one more outpost, and this time I was successful. I was able to find an outpost that had 2 Allay, and they look very upset. They're chilling in there, and the cage is different than the golem one. So that's something that's pretty cool. Like, the cages are different depending on what mob is in there. So you can find them. They are extremely rare. I would say 1 out of every 5 outposts, 1 out of every 6 outposts will have an Allay. In my opinion, this is a lot riskier than just going to an outpost, but a lot more rewarding as well. I mean, you can get some really cool loot in the Woodland Mansion. Of course, one of the best items being from this guy right here, the Evoker, which will drop the Totem of Undying. So I think in that situation, the Allay would be perfect. In fact, we can probably demonstrate that right now. In fact, let's go ahead and do it. Let's get a totem. So here we have our Allay with the totem. He's just chilling. He's like, why'd you bring me back here, Stealth? Why'd you bring me back here? I know, I'm sorry. Your anxiety's probably out of the roof right now, but let's go ahead and kill this Evoker. Bang, bang, bang. You should be dead soon. And there, bam, just like that. I know some people are going to look at the Allay as maybe a nuisance. As of right now, I think it's still helpful for certain situations. I don't know if this is a mob you need to bring around with you for every adventure. And of course, it's just really adorable and cute. I think it's probably one of the cutest mobs out there besides the axolotls. And it flies around. It's like your partner in crime that isn't too helpful in combat situations at all, actually. But it will pick up stuff. I think it's probably best to give it like vegetables, like carrots or potatoes, because, you know, you usually acquire a lot of those things, and it's probably good to have like an extra flying inventory slot. So I think that's a good way to look at this. I'm not sure if I would give it something too specific, like the totem it's holding right now, I just don't know if that's probably the greatest way to utilize the Allay. I certainly wouldn't give it like a diamond sword or like ancient debris, something where you're not going to acquire it too often. Actually, the ancient debris one's probably not a bad idea because it can get a little crazy in nether, and sometimes it's just hard to see certain things. So maybe giving it ancient debris is not a terrible idea, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not sure if this is going to be very helpful for everybody. As of right now, it's still experimental, but I can't seem to find where they're stashing the Allay. Maybe I have to burn down the woodland mansion in order to find the Allay. There's so many secret areas in the woodland mansion, which is probably the really exciting and fun part. But at the same time, it can get a little hectic and confusing when you're trying to showcase something. I think overall, the Allays can be very helpful for people that just simply want to carry more stuff, right? For instance, if you're going mining, if you're going for like diamonds or gold or iron, like, you can simply just give the Allay whatever it is you want more of or want more to carry in terms of space. Like, if I want to give the Allay, you know, a gold because I know I'm going for a lot of gold, all I got to do is give it the gold, right? And then over time, it's going to accumulate 64 gold, and it will carry all 64 and bring it back to you. So I think in that sense, it's pretty cool. It's pretty helpful. Is this something for everybody? No. Like, clearly, this isn't a mob that is going to be helpful for everybody out there. But I think if you just treat it like an extra inventory space, an extra inventory slot that flies around, that looks really cute and likes music, I think overall this is a really fun and interesting feature. I think, though, that Mojang can do a lot more with this mob. They can explore some really interesting things with the Allay, and especially in terms of the distance, I think they need to increase the distance significantly. Overall, I think the Allay is fun. It's a fun feature. I'm not convinced yet that it's super helpful, but at the same time, you can treat it like an extra inventory slot. You know, in that sense, I think it's really cool to have something new like that. So share your thoughts and opinions down below. How do you feel about the Allay? And I'll see you guys in the next video, so take care. Peace.